Bode Durejaye, the director of media and publicity to the Alaafin of Oyo, Obalabidi Olayiwola Adeyemi III, has confirmed that the monarch was prevented from entering the Salami Stadium, Adamasingba, Ibadan, on Wednesday. Daily Post learned that Alaafin and other monarchs in the state were invited to grace the commissioning of the remodeled stadium on Wednesday. A correspondent, however, gathered that the Alaafin was prevented from entering the stadium despite that he was duly invited by the Oyo state government to witness the commissioning. It was learned that the monarch immediately left the venue. Alaafin spokesman Bode Durojaye, while confirming the development in a short message, claimed that he had been briefed that security agents truly prevented the monarch from gaining entry into the venue. He described the security agents as overzealous. He said, "My brother, I am sorry. Overzealous security agents prevented the Alaafin. I did not go, but I have just been briefed." Daily Post had earlier reported that the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Saliu Akanmu Adetunji, was also prevented from gaining entry into the stadium. Adetunji left the stadium in anger. Assistant Director Media and Publicity to the Olubadan, Yanju Adegboyega, confirmed the development to Daily Post. Adegboyega insisted that the operatives of Department of State Service (DSS) and bouncers prevented the monarch from gaining access to the stadium. There is nothing that happened there. We were prevented from entering the stadium. The DSS and bouncers did not allow us to enter. Quote me, I am the Assistant Director of Media. Well, what we have to say to this is that the two monarchs are not people that you just even if you have not heard about them before. But now that DSS was involved, if it was to be maybe ordinary bouncers, if ordinary bouncers without even you knowing them before, or maybe you were not told about them, mere looking at their dresses, mere looking at their appearances, you know that these ones are not just riffraffs, because they will come with their entourage. You know that these are people that need to be respected. When you see them, you know now, in Nigeria setting. But for DSS to be involved and these guys, these monarchs were not allowed in, it speaks volume. It speaks volume. Only God knows. But they were invited. They have invitations. Of course, if a number of that status did not get invitation, what will they go there and be doing? They won't want to go there. So why going there? And they were not allowed in, and they left the place. The two monarchs. It is now getting clearer by the day that we in the Southwest must defend our traditional institutions at all costs. This can't happen to a village head from the north, not to talk of anemia. It is not acceptable at all. Highly commendable. The other angle to it is that our Obas have desecrated their stools by their frequent visits to Abuja. Your governor instructed them. Why would the governor invite them and said they should not come in again? There's something more to that. Of course, they will come out and tell you that, oh, we're not aware, or something. Just bring some kind of a lame excuses to defend what they have done. Nigeria, let's rebuild our nation, also maintain our name. Why so much ado about all these obas? There are not gods on earth, big parasites of a traditional illegitimate organization and archaic, ridiculous system or undue privilege. With higher education of the people, obas are filling tradition power with despair. Soon, they only showing money power to continue. Your reasoning is fundamentally flawed, as evidenced in your illogical comment. Being a governor is a tenured position, just like any other elective position. A reasonable elected political office holder must learn to build and sustain relationship regardless of political differences. Respect is reciprocal, so says Hakim wisdom. Why inviting people, revered traditional rulers for that matter, to a public event only for them to suffer humiliation? No position is permanent in life. Let's be wise. Just the way, like I said, if you don't want them, why would you invite them in the first place? A lot of conspiracy theory we're going to be hearing. There's no need for quoting or not those organizations acted as instructed as if. And if I were in the position of Alafin and Olubadan, I will never honor any invitation by the Oyo State government till the current governor will finish his tenure, and if the governor is not careful, the end result will be too disastrous. A word is good enough for a wise man, or with wise advisors. Shikinam. Of course, the governor cannot come out and say, "Oh yes, I asked them not to come in," and it's being seen as being overzealous. The security agencies, like I said, if it were to be maybe bouncers, just say security for the occasion, but since DSS was involved, it speaks volume. It does speak volume. I don't blame the security officer in charge. His action must be duly instructed by government. That is ridiculous. Those securities are common illiterate who don't know anything. How can you prevent a whole first Oba from an event you was invited to? Don't blame any of the security agents, because their actions was orchestrated by the government, and they are duty bound to obey orders. I blame the protocol and other relevant committees that handled the event. In situation like this, the invitation should have specified the number of vehicles and aids traditional rulers are entitled to, and other important dignitaries too. I doubt if this was done, and if it was done and they still went ahead to do otherwise, then we cannot blame those officials. Daura Secret Service, a professional bunch. This is totally unacceptable. Why invited them in the first place when government knew that they would not be allowed to enter the venue of the event? Let's call a spade by its name. This is too bad for Obas. Too bad. Maybe you got there late, and lateness is not allowed in Sheyi government. Next time, go there at the appropriate time. Governor can't know what is going on outside, but if he meets you there, that won't happen. Jesus Christ even said it in the parable of seven virgins. What an ignorant statement. Please, are they not representative of the people and not different from the governors and president? Please change your perspective concerning our Obas. Everybody just saying, oh, it could be this reason, but no one can know until we are going to be hearing from the government and the security people that were there that prevented them from not coming. We are going to see or hear that definitely they are going to defend themselves.